Hi, 6th grade math students. This is Mrs. Jones again, and we are continuing our work in our equivalent expressions unit. This week, it is really important that you have at least watched the videos and hopefully done the check-in for last 2 weeks worth of work in this unit. So if you have not done equivalent expressions week 1 or week 2, please make sure that you start there, because we are taking the stuff that we learned about in those 2 weeks and combining it into one skill that we are working on this week. So we are working on simplifying expressions, and first we need to know what that means. So an algebraic expression is in simplest form if it has no like terms and no parentheses. Simplest form, we're used to seeing that with fractions. And that means that we take a fraction and we make it as small as we possibly can. So we take something like 5/10 and simplify it to 1/2 to make it smaller and easier to understand. It's the same idea for expressions. We take the big long expressions and we simplifying it, meaning we make it as small as we can, which means that it has no like terms and no parentheses, and that makes them easier to understand. So here's what it looks like. In the expression 2x plus 4 plus 3x, this is not in simplest form because it has like terms with the 2x and the 3x. So when we combine those and make it into 5x and then bring down the plus 4, 5x plus 4 is in simplest form because it no longer has any like terms and it has no parentheses. Like we looked at last week, 5 times the quantity n plus 2 is not in simplest form because it has these parentheses. So we learned last week that this means to distribute and take the 5 and multiply it by the terms in the parentheses so that we get 5n plus 10. This is in simplest form because it has no like terms and no more parentheses. So our big question for this unit is, why can expressions not be solved? What do you think? Why are we using the word simplify and not using the word solve? The answer to that is that expressions can only be simplified because they do not have an equal sign. The equal sign is what allows something to be solved. And since expressions will never have an equal sign, all we can do is simplify them. When you see a math statement that does have an equal sign, that's called an equation. And we are going to talk a little bit about equations next week, and you will do a lot of work with them in your 7th grade math class. So, simplifying expressions, we are still following the order of operations. It just looks slightly different, okay? We can kind of ignore the first 2 steps in PEMDAS, and we're going to focus on step 3 and step 4, which are the multiply and divide, and then add and subtract. So first, we always need to multiply. Okay, we're not going to have any division in these ones. We multiply, which means that we use the distributive property that we learned about last week. And then next, we add and subtract, which means that we combine like terms like we learned about 2 weeks ago. Okay, so step 1 is always to multiply. Step 2 is always to add and subtract. It does not matter what order the expression is written in. You are always going to multiply first and add and subtract second. Okay, we're going to start with a quick review of what we've learned about the last 2 weeks and talk about why these expressions are now in simplest form. So in the expression 4x plus 6 minus 3x, this is not currently in simplest form because I see like terms. We have 4x and minus 3x, or negative 3x, and this is just like 4 minus 3, which is 1x, and then plus 6 is a constant, so it's not a like term, but there's no other constants, so we are just going to include that in our answer, 1x plus 6, or we can ignore that 1 and just write it as x plus 6. These expressions, they mean the same thing, and they are written in simplest form because they no longer have any like terms and there are no parentheses. In 10k minus 5 minus 4k, Again, this is not currently written in simplest form because I see like terms. So I see 10k and minus 4k or negative 4k. So I'm going to combine those by doing 10 minus 4, which is 6k. And then I have a constant, but there are no other constants, which is minus 5. So I'm going to include that in my answer. And now 6k minus 5 is in simplest form. There are no like terms and no parentheses. 2m plus 3 minus 7m minus 4. This one is definitely not in like term or in simplest form because we have a lot of like terms here. If we start with our variables, we have 2m and negative 7m or minus 7m. This one's a little bit trickier to do 2 minus 7, so I'm going to use a picture again. So if I have 2 positives and 7 negatives, then I know that my opposites combine to equal 0, so I can cancel out 2 pairs, which leaves me with 5 negatives, or negative 5m. And then I look at my constants. This time I have a positive 3 and a negative 4. Again, 3 minus 4 might be a little bit trickier for some of us. So if I use my picture, positive 3 and negative 4, and I cancel out my pairs of opposites, I am left with 1 negative, so negative 1. Okay, so this one simplifies to negative 5m minus 1. Again, in this expression, we have no more like terms, and we have no parentheses. And in 5 times the quantity y minus 2, I know this one is not in simplest form because it has parentheses. So I'm going to distribute, like we learned last week. 5 times the first term of y is 5y. And then 5 times the second term, 2. 5 times 2 is 10. And we are subtracting, so this is going to be 5y minus 10. This is now in simplest form. It has no like terms, and it has no more parentheses. Okay, so what happens if we have an expression that includes both the distributive property and like terms? That's what we are going to look at on the next slide. So something like 4 times the quantity 2 plus c plus 2c. Okay, notice that this plus 2c is not inside the parentheses. It's separate from that group. So we follow those order of operations. First, we multiply using the distributive property. So I'm taking the 4 times the first term, which is the 2, which is 8. And then 4 times the second term, c. 4 times c is 4c. And we are adding, so this is 8 plus 4c. Now I am not going to multiply the 4 by the 2c because this is not in the parentheses. We are just going to bring that down to our next line. We didn't do anything to it yet. Okay, so now I have gotten rid of the parentheses, but this is not done because we still have like terms with the 4c and the 2c. So I'm going to combine these terms. Positive 4c plus 2c is 6c. And those are positives because everything is positive right now. And then 8 is a constant, but it doesn't have any other constants, so we just bring that down. And we can write this as 8 plus 6c, or if you would like to write it as 6c plus 8, you can write it that way too, as long as both terms are positive. These are both written in simplest form because there are no more like terms and there are no more parentheses. Okay, so 2 steps. Multiply first, add and subtract second. Let's look at a couple more. 2 times the quantity n minus 1 plus 5n plus 4. Right? Again, this is not in the group, so when we go to distribute first, we're just going to do 2 times n, which is 2n, and then 2 times 1, which is 2. And we are subtracting, so this is 2n minus 2. and then we're going to bring down the plus 5n and the plus 4 to our next line. And now we have lots of like terms that we need to combine. So start with your variables. We have 2n plus 5n. Positive 2 plus positive 5 is 7n. Then looking at our constants, I have negative 2 and positive 4. Again, if it helps you to use a picture, please feel free. So I have 2 negatives and 4 positives. I cancel out my pairs of opposites, and I'm left with positive 2. So 7n plus 2, that is in simplest form. It has no more like terms and no parentheses. 4h minus 6 plus 2 times the quantity h plus 1. This one looks a little bit different because the distributive property part is at the back here. We have this 2 times the quantity h plus 1 at the end. We still have to start with the multiplying. We cannot do any adding and subtracting until we have done the multiplying first. So we start here and we're just going to ignore this part for right now. So 2 times h is 2h, and 2 times 1 is 2, and we are adding, so 2h plus 2. Now I'm going to bring down these pieces that we have not used yet, okay? And I have this weird space here. This is a positive 2, so we are going to just bring down that plus sign here, okay? Now we're going to combine our like terms. So we have 4h plus 2h, which makes 6h. And then we have negative 6 plus 2. Again, if that helps to use a picture, please feel free. We have 6 negatives and 2 positives. When we cancel the opposites out, we are left with 4 negatives. So this is going to be minus 4. 6h minus 4 is in simplest form. It has no like terms and it has no parentheses. And in our last example, 5w plus 3 times the quantity 2w plus 4 plus 5. Right? This time our distributive property is kind of stuck in the middle of this expression, but it's still right here. 3 times the quantity 2w plus 4, 3 times 2w is 6w, 3 times 4 is 12, and we are adding. Bring down those extra pieces. This is 5w. This was a plus 3, so we're going to put a plus sign here, and then plus 5 at the end. And now we're going to combine our like terms. 5w plus 6w makes 11w. And then positive 12 plus 5 makes positive 17. All right, now we have one more thing to talk about in this lesson, but I'm going to record it in a separate video. So if you have any questions or if you want to see these talked through again, go back and rewatch this video and then go watch the next one that talks more about what it means to be equivalent. All right, talk to you soon.